Yeah, this particular diagram already we discussed in the previous lecture. This diagram is very important to understand the upcoming contents what I am going to deliver today. Here you can see here, we are discussing about application layer, the module first. The application layer, the just below layer is transport layer. I hope you can see the ellipse, it is showing the process. That particular process is executing in the application layer, and that particular rectangle box you can see TCP with buffer. That one, it is the transport layer. The protocol which is there in the transport layer is TCP. In between one communication program we put it is called as socket. That means application layer what data is getting, it will going to the transport layer with the help of socket. Correct? That is the idea here. Now we will go to the next slide. This is everything I discussed. That please keep it in your mind, that particular one. Yeah, that now we will see. Slide number. Yeah, this also we discussed in the last class. 21 slide only we discussed, and I hope we started discussing 22 also. For the continuity purpose, I will start with the 22 only, so that you will understand. TCP services. TCP is a protocol which is there in the, as a whole I will explain. Please get it, that particular concept. What are the things I am going to explain today, as a some idea I will give you, so that you will understand clearly here. TCP services. If you have a car, you will go into the service center and they will ask what are the things you have to do, and your side also you will say, and their side also they will say. That means some functionality you have to do like that. TCP, what are the functionality it is going to do? TCP means transmission control protocol, which is a program which is there in the transport layer. And what are the services, what are the helpful things that TCP is given to us as a end user? End user means who is using that particular protocol. In the case of TCP, mainly TCP, while thinking, anytime you have to think 2 to 3 words in your mind. One is connection oriented. Next is reliable. One is connection oriented. Another one is reliable. Next is retransmission. These 3 terms you have to keep in your mind always. One is again TCP, wherever TCP is coming. First one is connection oriented. I will explain once again that concept. Previously I was explained. Next is reliable. Next is retransmission. These 3 terms. Now I will start. First point, it is given as connection oriented, and I hope you can see in the red color I written as control information. What is meant by control information? Now I am sitting here in VCT Puttur. Now I want to check that I want to send one message to Samiksha. I want to send one message to Samiksha. Now I am using, for sending the message, I am using the service of TCP. The transport layer service I am using as TCP. Now I have to check that Samiksha system is ready to accept my data or not, and it is up or not. Up or not means it is ready to accept, or it is on or not. Very simple term if I am saying. For that one, I should send the control message. That is, control information is control message. I have to send from VCT Puttur to Samiksha home, where she is sitting. If she is sitting in the home, means home. How it will send? One is, first it will send a request message to her system that my system is going to send, and it will request that I want to communicate something with you. Are you ready to accept now? If her system is ready, she will send an acknowledgement message. For the acknowledgement, Technically, we will write as ACK message. Short form we will write as ACK. ACK means acknowledgement message. Everything will come in the next slide. As a whole, I am explaining. Then once I got the acknowledgement message into my system, what my system will understand? System will understand that her system is ready to accept my message. But she doesn't know that, her system doesn't know that what acknowledgement she sent to me, it is received or not. That is a problem, because in the internet it can be lost. For that one, once again my system will say to Samisha system that it is already received. You said now already you want that particular data, I am going to send that also. That means it will be a 3 message is going to share. First is my request message will go to her system. She will send the acknowledgement back to my system, and my system will send one more message. It is not a request message. One more message will send to her system that what acknowledgement you sent, I received. That is why 3-way handshaking we will say. Handshaking means mutual understanding. I hope it's clear. That is the concept of 3-way handshaking. Now, I will say that always I will talk about TCP. But where the socket is there, in between application layer and TCP. Just I shown the previous diagram. Due to that one only, I am explaining here. What if I am saying is, and where this communication is going to happen, this can I send the message, she is sending acknowledgement, that is happening in the transport layer. For 2 systems are there, I told every system having 5 layers. Your laptop or mobile phone having 5 layers. Which are the layers? TCP IP layers. That is application layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. There the transport layer, what service is providing only I am explaining here. Right? That particular message is sending through transport layer. That is called as control information. Next line, if you are seeing the next line, on slot of packets. What is the meaning of that one is, after making this 3-way handshake, then only the original message, I want to send a hi message to her. After that only that message is going and reaching to her system. That is on slot of packet. And that particular message will go as a packet, because in the internet we will use, especially in the network layer, we will use our data name as packet. That is the meaning of on slot of packets. I hope it's clear. Now next line we will go. There what is highlighted is socket of 2 process. What is the meaning of socket of 2 process? TCP connection only. We will use the word as TCP connection. That means that mutual understanding between 2 systems. That is TCP connection. If TCP connection near only that socket already is seen, that particular socket in the previous diagram. That means 2 process. 2 process means 2 programs. It is nothing but the 2 TCP programs or 2 process which is executing. That 2 process with the help of the socket, there is a mutual understanding is happening. That only it is saying as handshaking phase. Where it is happening? TCP. With the help of socket. And that what is that socket? It's a program. That program you have to study in the lab. It's a program. Wherever the programs are there, one is on my system. That is one process which is executing now. Second process is where it is there in the Samiksha system. That is why 2 process. The last line, full duplex communication. I hope you know full duplex communication. What is full duplex communication? 2-way communication. Once the handshaking is over, then I can do the 2-way communication. I am sending a hi message to her. She is sending back a hi message. And I am asking what is her doubt. She is asking the doubt to me. I am explaining that one. After explaining that one, our full communication is over. Right? Once the communication is over, now it have to do the last line, tear down connection. Tear down connection means the communication have to be closed or the communication have to be cut it. Why the communication have to be cut it? Now you see here, we having total 54 students are there. correct? 54 students are there in your class. Now, just to think that 54 students are logging now and it is connecting with me. That is only happening now. But one thing you will think that total I can create each TCP connection with you is 54 now, because everybody is now communicating with me. 54. But in the case of Microsoft Teams, if they are saying that only 60 connection at live can do, not 60, more than that, for understanding I am saying 60 connection only can do. That means 60 TCP connection. Some more students are joined now. Just to think that some more students are joined. Some 6 students are joined. There is no problem because 54 currently are there. 6 are joined. Now it is 60. 60 connections I can give, and I can, whatever the things I am saying, it is getting to your home. Next, one more thing, 61% game. What will happen? I can't give the connection. Why? The rule, it is against the rule. Only 60 connection. Now what I have to do? For example, once person is log out from here, actually log out means it is went out, but the connection will be still exist. That is the problem here. The TCP connection will be still exist. That connection, my system have to be closed. Then only other person can log in into my log in into this particular session. I hope it is clear. That is about that particular slide, this particular slide. Now we will go to the next slide. Next thing is already I told, reliable data transfer. Already while explanation, a brief idea itself, I explain what is reliable, what is English meaning of it. I can trust it. I am giving some work to Pranida. I am trusting her. That is why. If she is not doing the work, later I won't give. That's the concept here. Because once you are using TCP, you can trust TCP. If you are sending the message, definitely it will reach. Now the question is, definitely in the internet, it is not under the control of us. Why? Today, now 54 students log in. Maybe in the future, some more students are joined to this group. Everybody is going to join. Maybe tomorrow 10 students only will join. What is the meaning here? We cannot able to predict how many will join. Or in the common thing, if you are seeing in the internet, we can't control it. If you like, now you may log in into the WhatsApp. Otherwise, after 30 minutes. Otherwise, after 40 minutes. I cannot able to control you. If more people are logging into the network, definitely there is a chance for losing or losing of 1 or 2 data of a particular person. What we are saying about TCP, it is reliable, trustworthy. Definitely, if you are sending the data, it will reach. But already I explained one concept in the previous lecture. If the data is lost somewhere, actually, if it is sent from your machine also, it is storing in a buffer. TCP buffer. In the first diagram, we saw TCP buffer and variable. It will store it. Unless until it is reaching the destination, from the destination machine, it will give a response back to your machine. Up to that time, that message will be there in your machine, where in the TCP buffer. Up to that time, it will be there. That is why retransmission is going to happen. But we cannot able to understand that retransmission because it is already the programming, it is done there. That is the help of reliable data service without error. That is very important because in the internet error chance will be more. One is lightning. Natural way it can be happen because the data is moving. Data is some form of voltage. It's an analog signal. Already we discussed in the first lecture itself. That signal, if some lightning is happening, maybe that signal strength is going to increase. That means strength is going to increase means if you are sending hello, it may be changed to something else. But the receiving side, what I said, example is Samisha, receiving side have to get only hello. That also have to be do some error checking mechanism. We have to identify and we have to correct it, or we have to identify. Sometimes we have to correct, sometimes we cannot able to correct. Two things are there. If you cannot able to correct, for example, I sent hello, it is coming as something other, and the network it is finding that hello it is changed. What I send message and again it is going to cross check with my message with my system. then it is identifying that it is something different. What that particular thing can do, one is what is the error message is there, that I have to drop and have to say to my system that I have to send once again. That is one option. Otherwise, that particular error message I have to correct by the intermediate system. That also possible. I hope it's clear. Now there itself, one more line I written in the red color. It is congestion control mechanism. Already I told it is your 12th program in your lab. Total 12 programs are there. 12th program in your lab, congestion control, that is leaky bucket algorithm. Leaky bucket already told. If you want to understand very properly, you have a bucket in your home. You take one bucket, in the bottom side put one hole, using nail, put the water into the bucket. What will happen? The water is going to fall down. That is called as leaky bucket. You can understand very clearly that particular concept. If you have a good bucket, if it is a new one, it will be better. That is leaky bucket concept. Now I will go through the congestion control mechanism. What is congestion control mechanism? That also I explained previously, because every device can be handled a particular amount of data. Even though our computer, even though what are the devices in the network, router, already I explained what is the router. In the internet we are using that device. Every device having a particular amount of work can be do. If it is above that one, it cannot able to do anything. Then what it will do? It is going to drop the packet. I will use the technical words. We should not use the delete the packet and all. We have to use the technical words. It is dropping the packet. Dropping the packet means it is not accepting. It will say that already I have a lot of jobs. Again you are sending. It become a problem to me. Correct? And what it will say that otherwise I will say later. At that time you send. That is congestion control. Otherwise, for example, I am sending to all the things to one router which is near to me now. It is some other faculty member also sending their data which is sitting near to the next lab, and that device it will get problem. Then what it can say? You not send to me. Some other devices are there. Let it be forward to that one. It is free now. That is so that we can adjust the traffic. That is called as congestion control mechanism. Lot of mechanisms are there. We will discuss in the upcoming classes. Two important protocols which is there in the transport layer. Two important different so many are there. One is TCP and next is UDP. Now we have to discuss about the what are the services UDP can give. What is the full form of UDP? User datagram. Yeah, tell me. User
datagram protocol.
User datagram protocol. Yeah, correct. Next, no handshaking. What handshake? What handshaking? Previously we discussed. Before sending the message, three-way handshaking. It will come in the next slide, but I already told. Three-way handshaking. I am sending the request, acknowledgement. Again, I am sending that OK. That one. Three-way handshaking is not there. What is the disadvantage? Maybe the opposite side system may not be ready to accept, but I am sending the message to that particular system. Every data it is going to lose. Then what we have to say? No guarantee of delivery of packet or no guarantee of delivery of data. That is the next line it is saying. Here also communication between the socket. Previously we will call it as TCP socket. Here we will call it as UDP socket because the protocol it is changed. That is the only difference. Next, the last line we will see here. What I highlighted here, sending side of UDP can pump the data into the layer below network layer, because transport layer the data will come where it will go the next layer, network layer. That is the thing. Once the UDP won't think about anything, application layer is given the data to the UDP to your system. Application layer means now I am giving the data to my application layer. What I am talking, I am giving to my application layer. It will give to the transport layer. Unfortunately, it is transport. Otherwise, if it is UDP, it will give the UDP. It won't bother about the connection and all. Definitely, immediately it will give to the network layer, because it is not worrying about the opposite side the person is ready to hear or opposite side the person is ready to accept. That is the UDP concept here. Immediately it will be to the network. Network, it will go to the data link. From the data link, it will go to the physical. Through the physical layer or the cable connection, it is going to reach to your system. From your side system, again physical, data link, again network, again transport. Once it is reaching application layer, what I just now told, you can hear. That is the correct thing. We will go to the next slide. I hope it's clear. This is a very important slide for your knowledge purpose as well as for interview purpose and all. This is very important for your Viva purpose. This particular slide is very important. What is that? I will explain here. Right. I hope you can see this one. See here, some of the protocol we are using daily life. It is explaining about the particular protocol in a table format. Electronic mail. Who is that particular one? Can you respond? Shreyas, are you there? I think absent. I will put there. What is electronic mail?
Let me on my mic, sir. Absent.
Okay. Electronic mail.
Yeah, yes, sir.
What it is short, we will always other name only we will call. Electronic mail means
email.
Yeah, email. Correct. It's correct. Yeah, we will send the email always. For that email, already I discussed that one previously only for getting your understanding about computer network. Email, if you want to send in the application layer, which protocol should be there? In the second one, you can see it is SMTP. Symbol mail transfer protocol. I hope in the bracket something is written. RFC 5321. What is that? RFC means request for comments communication. I will repeat it once again. Request for comment communication. That is the full form of RFC. Number is 5321. The thing here is, one thing I will say, everywhere this RFC number have to come. So many things. I am not pressurizing you to recollect everything, but you should know about what is RFC. Because so many places this will come. It's very simple. Now, just to think that SMTP protocol is given by Shreyas. He is contributed to the society. Now, once he is contributed, you have to give that particular protocol program for testing. It may be going to some organization in US, maybe IETF, Internet Engineering Task Force. Once it is done, they will test it. It is working in the internet perfectly or not. Then everything regarding to that one, it is going to return in a document. That document name is called it as RFC. Because in future, Sadakesha want to update that one. He's a very good programmer. He want to update that one. Then he did not want to think about scratch. He will go and see that RFC document. There he is going to say how he done it, that one. And what are the functionality it is implemented there. He can see that particular one and there he can do the modification. That is the use of RFC. Next one, that electronic mail, it is working based upon TCP or UDP. It's very important. It is a TCP connection. That means it's a reliable connection. It's a trustworthy connection. That is TCP. Full form is Transport Control Protocol. It's correct. Sanjay YS, Transport Control Protocol. Correct only, na? TCP full form. I think Sanjay is absent. Sanjay, are you present? Absent. Okay, good. Santosh? Santosh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Full form of TCP is Transport Control Protocol, correct? Correct only?
Transmission control protocol.
Correct. It is Transmission Control Protocol. Why I asked that one is, every time network lab I am going to get, if I am doing sometimes data structure also, because long years I was doing the network lab. That's why I will get again the network lab in some other colleges. First question I will ask this one TCP. Definitely they will say that most of the people transport layer only that protocol is coming, they will say that transport control protocol. It is not transport, it is transmission of data. That is why this protocol is using. That's why transmission control protocol. Yeah, next one is a remote terminal access. Email already we are using. That is why you should know which application layer and which protocol it is using and working. The number, if you don't know, also no problem. It is not compulsion. But what is RFC, you should know. That's it. Next is remote terminal access. Remote terminal access already I told. Now, yeah, Nishant. Nishant case, I am thinking that he is watching the movie also in between while I am teaching. I want to check what I can do. If I have his IP address, from here I can log in, and what he is doing, I can check it out. I think Nishant is there only. Nishant is here?
Yes,
I think
sir.
he is here. I hope you understood what is remote terminal access.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That is with the help of a protocol which is there in my system as well as his system should be there. That particular protocol is Telnet. That particular protocol should be there in his system as well as my system. Then only I can do that particular login with the help of IP address. And that particular protocol also working with the help of TCP. Telnet means terminal network. Next is web. That already you know. If you want to access any website, web is required. That is also commonly using this Telnet and all. Our people want to use. Normally, the industry people will use, because, for example, what will happen here is a company is 7th floor or 8th floor. I am sitting in the first floor. 8th floor, one computer. I want the data. I won't go to the lift and take. I will sit here. I will log in through the terminal login. If I want, maybe the company in the same LAN, I do not want to do the terminal, even though I can do it. For example, the company is, I am sitting in BCT company is in Mangalore. I can log in. I can take that particular data. That is the use here. Next is web. Already you know, web, the basic protocol is HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. If that protocol is not there in the application layer of your system, definitely the internet is not going, web is not going to work. That means browser itself, it is not going to work. The number also it is there, 2616, which is a protocol which is using to work TCP. File transfer. Normally some video you want to transfer or a PDF file. That protocol it is using is FTP. Multimedia streaming, live streaming, YouTube. That already you know, YouTube streaming is there. Their HTTP protocol itself, because previously some other streaming protocol was there. Now in the web itself we can do it. That is HTTP itself we can do it. That is by YouTube streaming and all. But with the HTTP, other protocol which is using is TCP. Next is internet telephony. Always this due to this Geo, we are very familiar with internet telephony, SIP or RTP. Or some other protocol, Skype, these all everything. But you can see everything which is written in different numbers. One is 3261, next one is 3550. Why? Because RTP is another protocol, real-time protocol. It is using for same only through internet we can communicate. You see here, compare with all the other things that can be worked with the help of UDP or TCP. What is the thing is, some of the protocol can be worked with the help of, they will made for both. Some of the protocol will going to use for one only. That means TCP. Can you see, only they explain nearly 6 protocols they explain. But why the majority is coming as TCP? Anybody can say? Why one only it is there made for UDP also? Can you say why it is like that?
Reliable.
Yes, that is very important. It's reliable. That is a very important. We can trust it. Can you think that about UDP can be do in the internet banking? I think it will be better. Shivani, we can do internet banking using UDP. She is there.
No, sir.
Why?
Because it is not reliable.
Yes, correct. We cannot able to do. That is why we should not use the UDP. I want that particular information. Why? What I am saying is, if you the network also like our normal programming only. The next thing is if you having a basic idea about this one, because nobody will think about you should have an advanced idea for your placement, but your basic idea should be clear. Why it is not using, why that is using, that you should know. And the last some full forms I was written. I think SIP I am not explained. Session Initiation Protocol, IETF, because IETF is an organization which is definitely which is there in the US, taking some standards of internet. Already some standards like this MAC address. Even though you know IANA, Internet Assign Number Authority, Internet Assign Number Authority, IANA. It is nothing but this IP addresses we are using now. That is given by IANA. Through them only we can get this IP address. Just like it said, some of the organization, not one organization. One of the organization is IETF. Some thousands are there. So a lot of things are there. Most of the things are there in US. IETF, IANA, IEEE. These all are standards of upcoming classes you will study. All are given different standards of our network. Next is still we are concentrating more on our module application layer protocols. There's something end user. Already you know, I am sitting here, one of my end user. I am giving your data to you are the other end user. And now application layer protocol, there are two concepts are there: request message and response message. Request message I will try to finish today. Response we will see the later. Request message and response message, right? I will ask one question to one student. Rashmida, how are you? She's there.
Fine, sir.
Yeah. Are you how, Rashmida? Are you how? Didn't understood, right?
No, sir.
Yeah, that is the difference that we have to understand here. First, what I told, it having one syntax, it having one format. She understood. Correct? Once we are speaking something, that particular grammatic meaning should be there. That is called as syntax. Next one, syntax is there, there should be meaning. That is called as semantics. I hope you can see the 1, 2, third line and the fourth line. There syntax it is explaining, fourth line semantics it is explaining. That is why, how are you, I asked, she responded because it having a syntax. That is why, how is she responded, it having meaning, semantics is there. That is why, while in the internet also, while communicating between two systems, I want to communicate from my system to Rashmida's system. It should have that particular format. Otherwise, our system can't understand. That is called as request message and response message. She is requesting something that having that particular format. I am giving the reply back to her. That is response message. It should also having that particular format as well as it should have a meaning. I hope it's clear. That format we have to study now. That is the next thing. Before that, they are explaining the web and HTTP. Why? Because web means 2.0. 1.0 it is not using because it is not supporting the concept of internet. Web 2.0 only it is supporting the internet. 1.0 means ARPANET. ARPANET means first network. Already we discussed that particular one. Again, I am not going back because our portion maybe it is going to get the problem. 2.0 and HTTP. You can see that particular one, which is red I written, heart of web. It is heart of web. HTTP is not there, your web is not working because that is a basic protocol which is helping to communicate with us. Next one. I think 26 some theory is there. We will see that particular before going to the format, we will see this particular diagram. A small simple diagram is there. Yeah, you see here this diagram. We will go back there. I will show the diagram. You will understand that one. You see here, I will say as 3 division. One is left side, one is middle, and one is right side. The left side you can see here, PC running Internet Explorer, because you are using the Internet Explorer in your laptop. Then server, which is our server. I will relate with the Microsoft Teams only. Microsoft server, it may be there in the US. Now you are sending a HTTP request. That is going to the web server there. You are going to connect there. That request is come to my system. I am Linux running Firefox. Firefox is my web it is using, and the operating system I am using is Linux. Right? Here it is given as, in the left side it is given as PC. You think that you are using Windows. You are using Windows, I am using Linux. Intermediate, one guy in the middle, it is given as the server. Server who is executing Apache web server. Already I explained what is web server. Because server is a hardware device, some software is required to do the communication and all, to handle the things. That is called as web server. Web server, which company web server I am using? Apache web server I am using. We are having Apache Tomcat. Tom means you know, cat. Cat only, normal cat. But they put the name as Apache Tomcat server. Apache web server, normally we will say that one. Apache web server. Your request is going to Apache web server. From there it is coming. What is you understood? You may use one operating system, I may use other operating system. It's not a matter, because everything it is heterogeneous. And I will give the response back to web server. Through the web server, you are going to get that only. Now it is happening in between S. What it is happening is that it is going to happen. I hope it's clear. Now one more diagram we will see, then we will see the theory. Yeah, request diagram. In between some diagrams I skipped. Let it be. I will explain this particular one, because we are explaining about HTTP message request. Just understand this one, and each diagram I will explain later while going back from here. I hope you can see this particular diagram clearly. It's visible. Can you reply everything what it is written inside?
Sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. See here, HTTP request, because now Rashmida is requesting the data to me. This is a format her system is going to make. That's the first one. Now, first one, I will start with the topmost one. Request line, I hope you can see. There are 4 divisions are there. I will explain that one. Request line, header line, blank line, and entity body. It's a very important question in the case of a theory. Okay. It was asked in the previous year also. What is method? There are different methods are there. Some of the methods I will explain here. Remaining, while explaining the theory, I will explain. Now, she want to request to me 2 important method. One is get method and one is post method. What is the difference between get method and post method? I will take one example here. Another example. You are using Gmail. You are using the Gmail. Once you are typed the Gmail, it will ask the username and password. Correct? You will type your mail ID as username and password as some character, maybe string or something you will type. Once you typed that one, you will press the button or sign in button. Correct? After putting the sign in button, if you are clicking on the sign in button, it is going to the particular server, Gmail server. And if you are seeing the URL at that time, URL means, I think you know what you are typing, www.gmail.com. That is the URL. There, in some cases, if you typed that particular one, your password can be seen there. But in your Gmail and all, you can't see, because they are using post method. If you are using get method, if you type the username and password, if you are putting on sign in, clicking on sign in that URL, www.gmail.com / your password, it is going to display there. Definitely you are going to understand that it is not secure. In the put method, it is not secure. That is the thing here. sorry, in the get method, it is not secure because it will display the content. But instead of that one, if you are using put method, it won't display it because the request will come as put or get, two different methods. One method is secure, one method is not secure. Get is secure and put is not secure. You understood that one method. SP, circle inspector. Note that SP. This is space. What is space? You know, you are creating one Word document. If you are not putting space, what will happen? Everything will be a single word. Am I right? Here also that space is required now because get method you put some space, next one you have to put. Correct now? That space is SP. After SP, URL www.gmail.com. That is the URL. It is going to paste there. Or she is going to put as my some website ID or something because she want to send to me. After that, again one more space is required now because otherwise URL and version, because HTTP which version she is using, 1.0, 1.2.1, that particular version. That is why separating again SP space. CRFIF. What is that? I already, it is written in the last one. Carriage written followed by line field. It's nothing but it is the end of a line or end of request line. It is showing using CR and IF. If you are seeing every row, you can see that one CR and IF. In the next header field also you can see. Next blank line also you can see. That is the end it is showing. Nothing but. Next one is header field. Header field, maybe they are going to see addresses. Simply I am saying addresses. Her address and my address. Then only it will reach to me. Who is sending, whom to reach. That will be there in the header field. Maybe her name is going to come Reshmita. SP, again the space. I hope you can understand. Otherwise mixing. And there some values may be going to put to understand. Some values want to put. And here also header field name, same thing. It's going to come in the down also in the header lines. Two are same. Next is blank line. Blank line means nothing. Content is not there. That is why CRFIF. Just CRFIF means it will go to the next line. Nothing content is there. Next is entity body. Some content want to type, you have to type it on the entity body. That is the concept there. I hope it's clear. In that case of, this is a format she is going to send to me. My format, what I am going to respond, I will explain later because it is not possible to explain today. It will take some time. And some other things I will explain here. I will show you one more diagram, then we will see the theoretical part. 30 slide, we will see. It's not loading. Yeah. 1 minute. This diagram is properly visible to you. Anybody can unmute and talk. Yeah, properly visible. Thank you. See here. Now, just to think that Naresh is sitting in his home. Meanwhile, while I am explaining, he is having something also, I know. He is sitting there. His system we can see in the left side, laptop. And he is hearing that one because I am sending the data to the Microsoft Teams server. From there only he is seeing, he is hearing that one. That server only is in the right side, it is there. Now the communication I am going to explain here. Initiate the TCP connection by him. He is giving a request. That is the first blue color line. It is going to that server. And what server will give? It will give the acknowledgement back. That one, two things in between some line it is put. It is saying as RTT, round trip time. Round trip means going and coming back. Round trip, I hope it's clear. Round trip time. That means just it is not sending a original data, just a request it is sending. Can I connect to the server? Server will send the acknowledgement. That it is a request message. It is taking some time. While solving the problem, this time is required. That's why that is called as RTT, round trip time. Then connection is given. Next, requesting file. He want my voice data. That is why requesting file. He is requesting the file. Previously, one more thing I told that acknowledge. He will again respond it. That I will explain here. 1 minute. I will explain request file and I will say that response message, because here got the acknowledgement. He will say that what acknowledgement you send. He will say into the server. That will do. But before that, I will explain one more concept here. Then I will come back to there. He will request a file. My sound is required for me. That request it is going here, and you can see here next to that blue color is a block. It is given because my sound it is going. It is not a normal message. It is some data what he want. I hope it's clear that one. That is why blue little bit big you have to draw there. Then you can see in the right hand side time to transmit data. My voice it is moving to him. It is came and it is reached here. Entire file received to him. You can see here. First acknowledgement getting there is one RTT, next RTT. That request file is there now. That I will explain properly. While previously I told request is sending, acknowledgement is sending. After that, he will say once again to the system that your acknowledgement I received. In the request file, there is a two part will be there. One is once he will request that he want my volume. That is one request. Next in that request, he will send one more data that previously what acknowledgement you sent, that also I received. Both it will send as a request file. I will repeat once again. Request file having two parts. What next what he want? My sound he want. Next one is previously you sent the acknowledgement, that also I received. Both it is going to send there. That is why that is not separately shown here. That is the difference here. And two RTT will come. Because once he sent that second request, again it will take some processing time. Then it is going to take that particular data from the server or what the live data what I am giving, and it is going to send to him. In the problem way, you have to add 2 RTT time. 2 RTT plus the transmit time for sending the data to reach you. That adding you have to do. If you are just taking the time for the server to the receiving side, it is wrong. I hope it's clear. Because 2 RTT time also it is an extra time to communicate to get the original data. I hope it is clear. Anybody having doubt, please ask me. If it is clear, please tell me. Clear? I have to repeat this one. Nobody is responding. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Clear? Hello, it's clear. Yes, okay. Do not worry because step by step again it is written inside. Here you can see 4-step process. What is 4-step process? First one line is going, second, third, fourth. It's clear. Now we will go back to the theory. I hope you will understand this one we done. Now we will go back to the theory. I am not reading. I will each PPT I will explain. Yeah. I will reduce the size here. Yeah. See here. Now, 2 programs are there. HTTP. One is client side where Naresh is sitting. Browser is the client and server is the server program. Client server program. He is requesting the data to the server. Why? Because I am only giving the data to the server, but he is actually requesting to the server and he is getting the data. That is why 2 programs are there. Next line, one object it is saying. You see here. We will take the example of VCT Puttur website, right? You just type www.vctputtur.ac.in. There what will come? Some photos will come, correct? Some photos will come. And some clicking things will come. You can give, for example, some initially VCT Puttur photo will come. If you want to go to computer science department, you have to click there, computer science, then it will go to computer science. Sometimes some video it is loading there in the first page. Now I will explain that everything combined together. One is you can see the second line. JPEG image. One JPEG image is one student image is there. That is one image. You think that it is in our website. JPEG image. Let it be. We will take the image of Nikita Rao. She is dancing. That image is there. JPEG one image is there. And Java applets are there. Applets means we can think that it is some button is there. Java using that button we created using Java. It's an applet means it's a some software. I can create one button using Java applet. That Java applet is there. That means one image is there, one button is there, one video is there. She is dancing. That video is there. 3 are there. Now I want to say what is an object. In a page, what are the things you can see? Each one we will call it as an object. One image, that is one object. One button is there, that is another object. One video is there, that is another object. And as a full page we will call as HTML page or HTML file. That is also because everything we are keeping in a HTML. This video we are attaching to the HTML. This Java applet we are attaching to the HTML. JPG image which is attaching to the HTML, which is attached, 3 is attached. That means 3 objects. And which is attaching to which one? That is HTML. That is why that is another object. Total 4 objects. I think somebody is unmuted. What is the reason? Tell me. Any problem? Not getting my sound? It's clear? Tell me, object is clear? Are you sleeping? I should call the names. Shivani Kamal, are you sleeping? I think she is not there.
No, sir.
Getting what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Rohit Kumar, you are there? Rohit Kumar, you are there? Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope you got the object. Object means nothing but if you are open one website, what are the things you can see there? Each one we will call it as an object. And including everything it is keeping in a HTML page. That if it HTML page is not there, it is more going to, we cannot able to see that particular one. That is why that is another object. I hope it's clear. Now we will directly take that example. You can see here last but one line, VCT Puttur, it is written www.vctputtur.ac.in. Up to that part we will quote as a host name, because within that particular name I can identify it is VCT Puttur. www.vctputtur.ac.in, I can identify it is VCT Puttur. /CSE means it is going to one department. /picture.gif picture, that is a picture of Nikita Rao. I want to see that particular picture. That means I should go there. In some other case, if I am saying in the web server how it will looks like is, in the web server there is a folder called as VCT. I hope it's clear. Inside that folder we will create one more folder. What is the folder name? It is CSE. In that CSE folder, one more folder, inside that CSE folder there is an image called as picture.gif. That is a real thing. I hope it's clear. Now Nikita Rao want to see her image. What is going to happen? That only it is explaining in the next slide. I will explain that particular slide and we will wind up today's session. Yeah. I think that is this much will be there. Yeah. Then we will see what is persistent connection and all in the next class. Right. This is done. Yeah. This I will explain. I am not reading. I will explain you as a whole. Already I explained here. I hope most of the things your people will forget the things. If I am saying assignment at 9 o'clock, you may not going to keep by so many people. I know. Because they are having a problem of forgetting the things, correct? Stress, correct only. Lot of times you done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That is our the same problem having for HTTP also. What it is doing now, next thing if it is doing, it will forget that one. That is a problem. I hope it's clear. That is called as stateless protocol. The last one I was highlighted, black color, stateless protocol. What is doing now only it knows. What was done previously, it doesn't know. That means it won't store anything. It will do the work, it will forget. If new work is there, it is going to do. Again, it will forget. That is called as stateless protocol. Now I will explain, because you want what is stateless protocol, because communication is through HTTP. Now, Nikita Rao want to see her image. She is typing www.vctputtur.ac.in/CSE/picture. That object is that particular image. That is one object, and as well as in the HTTP page is other object. Just to think that only image is there. Now, first, what will happen from the server, or I can say that web server, which is there in the VCT, there should be a TCP connection is going to establish between her system and our system. In the transport layer, connection is established, and socket it is connected, and communication is between the socket which is there to the transport layer. Now she is going to request that particular data, and that particular data is going to the server, that request message, that message I shown you people, and it will come to the server. Where exactly it will come? It is come to a program called as web server. It will come to the web server, and web server will open it, and it will see who is requesting. Yes, Nikita. What she want, that particular image, and where that image it is stored, it is in that particular server. Web server will go to that particular hard disk in the server. It will take that particular image, and it will execute that one in the web server, and it will give that particular image through internet to her, that particular image, and that particular image will come to her application layer. You already know it will from the transport by the system server, web server, it will go to the transport, it will go to the network, again it will go to data link, again physical, through the physical link it will come to her physical layer, data link layer, opposite way, network, transport, application. In the application layer, she having HTTP plus browser will change that particular one, what it is going to send. It will change that one, and it is going to give as a visibility to her, because visibility means that particular format, that syntax, it is going to generate by that particular format, it is going to given by that particular browser, and it is going to see. Next, she has done that one. Next time she want to see her dancing video also. But what HTTP? It forgot. Because this is a new message it is going, correct? It will forgot. Previously that same person only asked for that particular image. That is called as stateless protocol. I hope it's clear. Anybody have any doubt? It's clear what I explained today?
Yes.
Anybody? Only one person is responded. Everybody is clear? Yes. Okay.
Clear.
Yeah. Now I will stop the recording. Yeah.